Now we have a video clip of the Marijuana Policy Project channel spokesman Bruce Mirken on Fox News Live Desk. They talk about how the police shouldn't go after the marijuana growers if they follow the laws of medical marijuana. You know, where they're sort of supposed to be legal anyway?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Mirken is obviously happy about that. But then the reporter mentions that the critics, Siskel and Ebert, say that medical marijuana facilities are poorly managed. You know, like the governments that control them, and many other businesses out there too.
And I've been taking care of business every day, taking care of business every day. I've been taking care of business, it's all mine. Taking care of business, working overtime.
Well, they seem to be running normally to me. Hey, normal should use that slogan.
Yeah, really.
And Mr. Mirken more or less said the same thing as I did. You know, it just wasn't as funny. Any weed, to the stoning. Well, first of all, I've bought weed on many occasions too, but it definitely wasn't from a medical marijuana facility. I can guarantee you that. Besides, good for them. See how compassionate they are? They just can't turn anybody down. They're fucking humanitarians is all.
I'd say. I love marijuana.
Marijuana.
Yum yum, tum tum.
Anyway, and the ID thing. There are many fake IDs out there, so why even ask anymore?
Who knows?
It just doesn't make sense. Speaking of making sense, the reporter also said that there are supposed to be 8 facilities running in Southern California that are permitted, but the cops say there's actually about 40 running.
Where?
Check out this clip. I want to know, but check out this clip first.
But you look at San Diego, Bruce, you've got 8 facilities in San Diego, California that are permitted. And yet you talk to federal authorities down there, and they will tell you there are some 40 of these operations running right now. And so you have a big difference between those that are permitted and those that are actually operating.
Hey, you guys, come here for a sec, would you? Don't tell the cops, but there's a hell of a lot more growers than that. You gotta love them, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Of course, then Mirken starts talking about how they need to regulate these facilities and how nobody's arguing with that. Well, holy underwear, fart man. We're sure as hell arguing about that.
Always.
He's being a jerk. I'm not. R2. I'm not. R2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. R2 times 10.
And we're willing to compromise. Unfortunately, they aren't.
It's mine, you understand? Mine! All mine! Get back in there! Down, down, down! Go, go, go! Mine, mine, mine!
So, Mr. Mirken also says that the government is depriving patients of safe access to medicine that they need that is literally keeping people alive.
Yay.
Here he is in the clip.
In fact, in San Diego, you have a district attorney running roughshod, depriving patients of safe access to medicine that they need, that is literally keeping people alive in some cases, and causing great suffering for no reason.
Bruce Mirken, thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Now, no disrespect to medical patients, of course, whatsoever, but it is keeping the recreational smokers alive, too. Or at least keeping them from killing all the assholes out there.
Yeah, really.
I definitely know it's working for me, because the assholes are still out there.
Oh, finish your beer, asshole! Asshole, asshole, asshole,
He also says that it's causing great suffering for no reason. Really? Is he sure about that?
3 into Sydney, likewise very slow moving. As you can see though, the metropolitan area, this is the northern approach to the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Police say no problems in that area. Weather-wise, well, the big wet of Good Friday has subsided.
I just find it hard to believe that a government would allow great suffering for no reason.
I don't like suffering.
I guess just wars, taxes, red tape bullshit, decadence in the presence of poverty, etc., etc., etc.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Well, I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in.
Nah, they'd never do that. Or 9/11 either. Or JFK. Sheesh, you sound like a broken record here.
Honey, you're giving your mother a migraine.
But there's just so much governments do wrong. I guess I'd better end this segment before I take that broken record and shove it up some politician's ass.
Good for you, government.
So, John, should we trivialize this segment or what?
Oh, you mean like Trivial Pursuit, of course?
Well, I definitely wouldn't want to trivialize the bullshit a lot of stoners have to go through, but yeah, like Trivial Pursuit.
Okay, then trivial away.
Okay then. First one is, what does OG stand for? Like when someone says, check out this OG Kush.
Oh God, oh God, oh God. I don't know.
Well, actually maybe, because it actually stands for many things apparently. It's a slang that's never really been defined. Some say ocean grown, some say original gangster. John says, oh God, but it really stands for anything that is the top of the potent scale, signifying his extremely good strain. And did you know that the first Bibles, maps, charts, Betsy Ross's flag, and the first drafts of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution were all made from hemp?
Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni.
Now we should charge the U.S. government because they probably grew the hemp locally for it, and they still in possession of it.
Yeah, that would show the hypocrites, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And so does this, by the way, because in 1916, the U.S. government predicted that by the 1940s, all paper would come from hemp and that no more trees needed to be cut down.
Sounds good.
Yeah, right. Governments really care about the environment, though, don't they?
Yep.
For years, we operated under the belief that we could continue consuming our planet's natural resources without consequence. We were wrong.
Well, government studies report that 1 acre of hemp equals 4.1 acres of trees. So if they gave a shit, they'd move their asses a lot faster on at least legalizing hemp, if anything.
But what I do know is that if we do not act soon, it is our children and our grandchildren who will have to pay the price.
And who's going to pay the price of the Kyoto Accord? It will cost the world's economy hundreds of billions of dollars.
With all due respect, Mr. Vice President, the cost of doing nothing could be even higher.
Ah, you know your government. They take forever. They'll be still waiting.
Yeah, for anything. But unfortunately, we also have to battle some religious groups and a negative stigma as well. And we ain't gonna do it with trivia, so let's blow this segment out. Celebrity on Weed with Dimebag Daryl.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Hey there. This time we have a stoner celebrity with American Oliver Stone. Lots of Stones in there.
Yes, me too.
Oliver Stone, he produced movies like JFK, The People, People vs. Larry Flint, and Nixon. He also directed classics like Any Given Sunday, Natural Born Killers, The Doors, Wall Street, and Platoon. And in '68, shortly after his return from the Vietnam War, he did a short stint in jail for being caught re-entering Mexico with a couple of ounces of buds.
Ooh.
The Stone director was also arrested and pleaded guilty in 1999 to drug possession and to no contest to driving under the influence. His punishment was to go to rehab. And he said, no.
I bet.
In 2005, he was arrested in possession of a small amount of marijuana. Stone first smoked grass during the Vietnam War, and he's quoted as saying, "If it hadn't been for marijuana and my black brothers in Vietnam, I don't think I'd be the same person. I don't think I'd be alive. That's why I did the bunker scene in Platoon, the bit with Elias and the shotgun reefer."
I think it was Elias, but
Elias.
Either way.
Vietnamese grass is one of the most powerful transforming herbs in the world. When I got high on that stuff, listening to Smokey, that's when I began to understand that life is sacred, that life has a great vibrancy, which, in my case, was a perception I couldn't get out of. Vietnamese grass. I had some of that with my full bowl the other day. That's just beef noodle soup.
Fuck me.
But thanks to cleartest.com for those quotes. And we also have a video clip of an interview with Bill Maher about smoking weed while at war.
You know, I've seen it in your movies, The Doors.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
You know, we both grew up in an era where we had to do it. It wasn't our choice, Oliver, but you know what? It was,
a lot of psychedelics, yeah.
I mean, how do you think your life and your art would have been different without drugs?
Well, I wouldn't be here if it hadn't been for it.
You think so? Yeah, I mean, it does, as Aldous Huxley said, open up the doors of perception. I mean, there's no doubt about that.
So weed kept soldiers sane? But wait a minute. I thought weed was supposed to drive you WNBC insane.
That's what Howard would say.
Yeah, well, I guess we can't believe any of that crap they told us years ago. And for this segment, I guess that's Oliver.
Yep. Well, that's it for another show. Tune in next week for more stoner stuff as usual. And I think we're going to be getting some better microphones soon. I can't wait. It's going to be just like Christmas. And we're going to be reborn again for the first time. Ciao for now, and keep the doobie fires lit.